All right, good afternoon. This is Tyrone Brookins, and I'll be serving as your professor for this course, Principal Leadership in 21st Century Schools. Of course, our class meets on Monday nights, and we did not meet last night as it was Labor Day. Given that, I wanted to send you a recording laying out some expectations around the course syllabus so that once we meet next week, we can hit the ground running and this piece can be done. All right, what you see in front of you is actually the course syllabus that was emailed to you last week. Of course, on any course syllabus for Concordia University, the first page is definitely informational content for you, and it also presents my contact information. Right here you see my email address, and you also see my telephone number. Best way to communicate with me is via email, and I will respond to those emails within 24 hours. Second page is list the ISLLC standards, followed by the course objectives as they relate to the Minnesota Board of School Administrators. Uh, that's what you see in bold here. And then it gives the policy around attendance and tardiness. It gives you a listing of the required test book and then any supplemental materials. But for right now, just make sure you rent or buy the textbook, Educational Administration Concepts and Practices. That is the primary source that we will be using for this course. It gives you a rubric there, and then it also lays out the grading criteria. As we scroll down a little further, we get to more of the meat of the syllabus. And that's what I really want to direct your attention to right now. As you can see, it lists, this is pretty much a table that's sorted by, looks like 4 columns and then probably about 8 rows, which with each row being 1 week of the course, and this is a 7-week course. So right now, what you need to be working on is reading chapters 1 and 2, and I think what I'm going to do is send an email out probably Wednesday, and I will assign different students within the course areas to focus on, because you will lead the discussion for that first class session on those particular subject areas. For example, I might say chapter 1, Tyrone, you're going to cover the history of administrative leadership. Student B, you might cover, I would say the factory model of leadership. And so each person would just be responsible for pretty much summarizing that subsection of the chapter. And a summary, I would say, just highlighting key points for that particular model or form of leadership. Nothing too extensive. And of course, you can't go wrong because it is your work. But I would say keep each summary, I would say, to about to no more than 5 minutes. All right, so week 1 is listed here. It lists our first web session, which is going to take place on the 14th. And by Wednesday, I will also email out the WebEx links that you're going to have to click on to actually join the WebEx session. And so be looking for an email, like I said, by Wednesday for those links to come out. Each week, you're going to have to respond to a discussion question. And if you go to the actual website of Blackboard Connect, and I'm assuming most of you all have been through the orientation at Concordia, but if not, I will go through it right now, and I apologize in advance if this is a repeat of something that you already know, but I just want to make sure that I cover all bases. So what you want to do is once you log into the website, Concordia's website, you want to go to CSP Connect, and then while you are on CSP Connect, csp.edu. Then go to CSP Connect, and then they're going to ask for your credentials. So you log in, and that's what I'm doing right now. As you can see, I'm not very successful with logging in, but I will get it done. All right, so now that I'm logged in, I want to go to Blackboard Connect or Blackboard, and in Blackboard, you will actually see a listing of different classes. You want to click on the particular course that we're in now, which is 090 Ed 7001, Principal Leadership in 21st Century Schools. Once you get to this site, this is what I see. I'm not sure if the student view also shows the same thing, but I believe that for the most part it does. And then you click on discussion thread, and you go to week 1, click on that, click on that again, and then you actually respond to this particular thread. It says, what is the difference between a leader and a manager as it relates to educational organizations and the decision-making process? Use relevant research to support your positions. So as you think about this question, what is the difference between a leader and a manager? What I would encourage you to do is do a Google Scholar search. Once again, that's Google Scholar, and then type in those keywords. Read 2 or 3 different articles that state a position or state a difference between the two, being a leader and a manager, and then summarize that in about 500 words or less. And then, of course, you want to cite the research as you are posting that discussion thread. And then once you type in your information there, you click on submit, and then it will be submitted. Okay. Now I'm going to jump back to the syllabus here. And as I jump back to the syllabus, you see that you have up until the night of Wednesday, which is tomorrow, to actually create a post. And then by next Monday night, you want to respond to 2 classmates' posts. Okay. And then I will explain more of the forward thinking once we are actually in front of each other. And once again, we're just going through the syllabus right now and just giving you some things to get you started. And then, like I said, once we actually meet online on Monday night, that's at 7 o'clock p.m., I'll go through some more of the syllabus in a very abbreviated fashion. All right, the syllabus also outlines different assignments that you need to be responsible for. And if I go down to page 7, you can see the type of the assignment, and then how many points the assignment is worth. Coming up on September 21st, you're going to have a paper to write, which I believe is no more than 4 pages. And here you are going to research and write a paper on a current educational leader and their leadership practices. Make it simple for yourself. I would say interview or work with someone who currently is an educated leader that you have access to. Let's not make this an overwhelming assignment. Interview your principal, director of curriculum and instruction, someone who is perceived as an educational leader, and then see what their practices are. And you're going to always, tie this to experience and also what you are learning in the research for your discussion threads. Pull that into the paper as well. And there is a rubric that is attached to this in the syllabus. Not, I'm sorry, on the Blackboard website that will show you the expectations and grading criteria associated with this particular paper. And then on 1012, there was a second paper, which is pretty much where you're going to compare one of your classmates' uh, responses to that first question. And then the third assignment, you're going to get into collaborative teams and you're going to do a presentation. And then the culminating project is called a field study. And that's where you're going to prepare a questionnaire where you interview an experienced principal. And then we will talk more about that as we go through the syllabus on that first night. But this is just a quick overview of the assignments and the syllabus. Your takeaway from this recording is to make sure that you log into Blackboard Connect, click on find the discussion board, and then click on a discussion thread for week 1. Respond to that by the end of the night, which is 12 o'clock p.m. on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. I know that's short notice, and I understand if this recording doesn't reach you before that, but for those who are uh, receiving this communication, make sure you log in. And if you have any questions or challenges, please don't hesitate to email me at brookins@csp.edu. All right, I'm signing off right now, and I will be available via email. Thank you, and this concludes the first recording.